New World Explorers, we've had some recent news about Gearscore Watermarking in the game, what it is and how it works. There are a few videos out there explaining it, but some confusion is still happening in their comment sections. Videos might be a little bit unclear or misinterpreted. So here is a clear, concise explanation of how Gearscore Watermark works in New World and how to get higher gear score loot. So every piece of gear you get has a gear score. We all know this, but each item slot has its own gear score watermark. You can only increase this gear score watermark by receiving items from killing monsters or opening chests. The gear score for these item drops is randomized from around your highest gear score watermark for that item and can randomly roll a gear score number that is just slightly above your watermark for that item slot. So how do you get items with higher gear score or increase the gear score of items that will drop for you? Well, when you hit level 60, your gear score watermark for every item slot is set to 500. So reach 60, gear score is set to 500 for every item. You go out and you farm drops. You get lucky with RNGesus and a 515 weapon drops. This is watermarked, and now future weapon drops will be around 515 and can randomly drop a little higher, bumping your weapon gear score watermark up, and the cycle starts again. So you might be thinking, I'll just go to the trade post, buy some high gear score items and it's GG, mate. Unfortunately, that will not work. Items with high gear score that have been received from trades, bought from the trade post, crafted, or quest rewards will not count towards that item's gear score watermark. Dungeons and boss arenas are excellent ways of obtaining high level gear score items that will raise your gear score watermark, especially after level 60. Unfortunately, legendary crafting does not contribute to the watermark, meaning it's a good way to target specific slots for power increase or specific items for your builds, but it's not a way to circumvent the gear score watermark for that item slot. Of course, you can and probably should grab a high gear score legendary if it works out for you at the time, but if the last drop you had for that item was a low gear score, you're still eventually going to need to work through raising that watermark up to start getting useful or interesting random drops for that item slot. So how does it work before reaching level 60? It functions exactly the same. There's no way to cheat the system that we're aware of at the moment, but it does again incentivize crafting before 60 as a way to secure powerful items to make your journey to max level easier with a little power boost to your character. But bear in mind, when you hit level 60 and the gear score watermark is set to 500, you're going to need to work through that watermark process to improve your chance of random drops from monsters and chests being upgrades for your character. I hope that's cleared things up for you, and if not, please drop a comment down below and I will reply to every single one. Also, make sure you check out this video because you do not want to miss it. Take care, and I'll see you next time.